Hello, and thank you for tuning into my channel. Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning into Agnes and Dora by Amber. I'm Amber Miller, and today I'm going to talk about something that I was a little surprised actually that I keep getting questions about. I actually just finished a live sale, and I sold like all the things, and that's what I want to talk about actually, is selling all the things, because I get a lot of questions about how to sell everything and how to manage with being a full-time stay-at-home mom with 2 kids. My kids don't go to daycare. They stay home with me all day long, every day, and which is great, and a headache at the same time. Like it's that little middle, messy middle. But anyway, I love it, and I didn't realize how uncommon, or maybe not uncommon, I shouldn't say uncommon. I didn't realize how a lot of moms had the question of wondering how they could do it being a mom. Like, I've had so many messages of, I'm a mom, how do I do this business? Like, how do I invoice? Like, I need to take a paycheck. I can't just do this for fun. How do I do that? And I've actually been having so much fun doing this. But not only that, I've actually been invoicing much more than I expected. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's a ton of other reps who are invoicing more than I am. But right now, I'm averaging about $15,000 a month invoicing, which, like, was not expected, and I'm so thrilled and so excited to be doing, okay? But this is all while having 2 kids at home. And, like, first off, I didn't realize that was a big deal, only because that's what my reality is. I'm a stay-at-home mom who needs to help contribute to our family's income to get us out of debt, who has 2 kids. Like, that was just my reality. So I didn't think anything was different. So I'm here to tell you guys that I am Superwoman. I'm kidding. I'm not Superwoman. Obviously. Very obviously, I'm not Superwoman. I'm probably waking my kids up, actually, by yelling, because it's like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm, like, yelling in the house. So, clearly, I am not Supermom or Superwoman or super anything, okay? I will tell you my secrets. And all that is one, well, there's a couple secrets, okay? But I'm going to do, this is a super impromptu video, so bear with me here. But I wanted to tell you that, like, my key to success is, 1, time management, okay? 2, well, let's start with time management, okay? If you're watching this, chances are, first off, you're a woman. You know how to multitask. You are a champ at multitasking. And you are a champ at time management. Whether you think so or not, you are. And if you're a mom, you're even more of a champ at time management and multitasking, because you have no choice. You have no choice but to be a champ at all of that, okay? So that is going to be a huge asset to you in this business. Time management is so important, okay? Now, number 2, another reason that I am doing so well with kids at home is I, not only with working the time management into my life, I am working with my schedule, and I am making my schedule as kid-friendly as possible. And I'll explain more what I mean about that, but I'm utilizing naps like nobody's business, and I'm utilizing bedtime like nobody's business, okay? And then the third thing is I give myself a lot of grace. A lot, okay? I'm kind of a hot mess. My house sometimes is a hot mess. Sometimes my sales are a hot mess, and I'm goofy, and I say weird things, like, as you can tell by this video, and I do goofy things, and then I shut the camera off, and I'm like, oh, man, you know, like, I need a manicure every single, like, I never get a manicure, you know, but I give myself grace, and I know that I cannot be perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And you know what? Nobody wants to be perfect. Or, well, maybe you want to be perfect, but you shouldn't want to be perfect. You should just want to be you, okay? You should just want to be you. People appreciate who you are. People appreciate realness. I hope people appreciate that I'm a Hot Mess Express. I'm the conductor of my Hot Mess Express. And I give myself a lot of grace for that, okay? And so by me being more relaxed about it, I allow myself to be excited, and I allow myself to love these clothes. It feeds my my addiction of wanting to shop, and my addiction of the excitement of all of that, because I get to participate in launches, and I get to participate in opening all the boxes and putting them all away. And don't get me wrong, I don't like putting clothes away. I do like putting these clothes away, not my own. You can wash and fold and dry and put away yourselves, but these, I love to do these, okay? So I give myself like lots of grace, and I just go with the flow, and I'm very calm, and I'm chill about everything. And I know that that's hard to do. I do know that's hard to do, and it took me a long time to get to that place. But, like, you guys, what is the point of stressing over all that stuff, okay? So that's my third secret, but let's go back to my number one. It's time management, okay? So a day in the life of Amber Miller, invoicing an average of $15,000 a month. The way that I've been doing it is, let's say it's a night like tonight where I have a sale. So I always do my sales after bedtime, okay? My kids go to bed around 7 o'clock, so between 7 and 7:30, and I have a baby, and sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes I'm not able to get some of the stuff done that I wanted to get done, so I give myself a little bit of a buffer, and I do 8:30. So usually my live sales are at 8:30 p.m., okay? That works for me. I stick to my schedule and what works for me. It's not too late for my viewers. And there's always the replay view available. I do primarily live sales. Let's start with that. Primarily live sales, because that's what works best for me, okay? And my customers go with it. So what I do is I do all my sales at 8:30, and I try to go quickly. I still have fun. I still stay upbeat, but I stick to a couple styles or a couple sizes. And I run everything through my Facebook page. So if you haven't seen a live video from me, then join my Facebook page so that you can see. So I do everything at 8:30. And then what I do is that night, right after I'm done with the sale, so right after I'm done with this video, I'm going to invoice. So I'm going to invoice everybody afterwards, because all my shoppers know that they need to fill out their invoices or their checkout forms right after they're done shopping. They just know. I've trained them from the beginning, and that's what they do, okay? Very few people don't do it, which I love, which is really great. Even the new shoppers still do, okay? So then I invoice right away after the sale. And then what I do actually too is right after I invoice, then I package everything up. So I package and weigh everything up, and I have it all ready in bags in a box, because my number 2 bullet, which I will go back on, but my area down here, so I'm in the lower level of our house. I'm in the basement, okay? So I've made my basement, this is actually our guest room too, okay? So this is like, you don't have to have the perfect space. So my basement this is my guest room. Right here, this is a bed. You guys, this folds down to a bed, okay? Talk about multifunctional, okay? So this area folds back into bed. This is actually our guest bedroom-ish. It's like an open area. Behind the camera that you can't see, and all along there, that is our like dining room or like living room area for our basement, and our kids' toy room over there, okay? And then my clothes and everything sits back here. So I'll touch more on that, but I make my space kid-friendly space. So but because of that, I also like to keep all of my sold items and all of my other items like up, so my kids can't touch it. I have a 4-year-old and an 18-month-old, okay? So I keep my items, I bag everything up in the poly mailers or the padded mailers or the boxes. I have them all ready to go, but I don't seal them. And I have a sticky note on the outside of each one, so I know exactly who it goes to, what numbers they claimed, and then also the weights. So the padded mailers and the boxes, you obviously don't need to know the weight, because that goes up to 70 pounds. But the poly mailers, you do. So I weigh everything right after I invoice. So you're probably thinking like, oh man, after my live sales, I'm so exhausted. Trust me on this. It's way more organized for me, and it is way quicker for me if I do it right after. So I invoice and I package everything up, and that typically takes about an hour or less. It just depends on what kind of a sale I did. You know, obviously leggings, usually there's more shoppers with leggings and other items. Like tonight I did love tops, pullovers, and dusters, and there's probably... Okay, so there's like 35 items right now. Okay, so I know a couple of my customers bought several items, but anyway, so it's probably going to take me like 45 minutes, I bet, to invoice and package everything up so it's all ready for tomorrow. Okay, then I go to bed. And I write a post in my group and I say, okay, everybody, everybody's invoiced. If you pay by 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, then you are going to ship tomorrow. Because I have a relationship. That sounds terrible. My mailman is a great guy, and he actually picks up all of my boxes right from my doorstep. So I at 9 a.m. every morning that I let him know I have packages, he comes to my doorstep and picks up my packages. So everybody knows if you've paid by 8 a.m., then you will ship at 9 a.m. And my customers appreciate that. They do. They appreciate shipping the next day. So, and it works for me because I can't have my stuff sitting here for longer than, like, I need everything done because otherwise it's weighing on me. Like, did I ship that? Did I pack that? Did I invoice? Did that person pay? Like, no, I'm not going to think about it. Don't need to think about it. I want it done. Done. And out of my hair. Because you know what? I want to play with my kids. I want to hang off my kids. So what I do is I wake up. My kids typically wake up early in the morning. So we hang out for a while. I drink a lot of coffee. And that's my other key. I drink a ton of coffee in the afternoons when I have live sales so that I can stay up a little bit later. It's not super late, but it's later than I usually would, you know? So I drink coffee in the afternoon and that helps me. So that's another secret, I suppose, of being a mom. And I'm sure if you're a mom, you probably already are drinking coffee in the afternoons. So after I wake up and hang out with the kids and stuff, my daughter sometimes goes down for a morning nap. So I usually put her down for her nap, and between 8 and 8:30, hopefully everybody's paid. I'll go in and remind everybody who hasn't paid. By like 7:30, I'll go and remind everybody. Usually, actually, most have paid at that point. But if they haven't, I'll remind them through PayPal. I invoice through PayPal. And then I go and I print all the labels between 8 and 8:30. And now keep in mind, I have already packaged everything up and weighed everything. So printing the labels takes no time. And putting them on the packages take no time because I alphabetize everything. So after I package everything up, I just quickly alphabetize by first name the bags in the box that I have. And so then when I go to print the labels, when I take them off, they're all ready to go. So while the labels are printing, of the paid, so I take any of the items that haven't been paid for out of that box and I set them in a different box, and I everything else is laid out by alphabet. Alphabetized. And so then as soon as all the labels print, I peel them off and I stick them on because I've already closed all the bags, because while they're printing I'm closing the bags, and I put them back in the box, and voila, those are done. Okay, those are done. And the rest of them I wait till the next day. Everybody knows in my group, if you pay by 8 a.m., that's the day you ship. And you have 24 hours to pay, so those who haven't paid by 8 a.m. that day, paid by 8 p.m. typically, you know, they're already paid by the next day. So then I print the labels and I get them in the box and I set them on my doorstep, and they are picked up, and that's it. I'm done. Okay, so for me that works. But other things that I utilize are like nap times, like afternoon naps. So I have a 4-year-old and an 18-month-old. My 18-month-old always naps in the afternoon, sometimes in the morning, but always in the afternoon. My 4-year-old, it's hit or miss whether or not he's going to nap. So during that time, I typically, so this is the number 2 reason that I'm able to do this with 2 kids at home. I utilize their naps, and I utilize their like strengths, okay? They're kids. They love getting packages. They love unpacking packages. They love sorting and organizing and, you know, like playing games, right? So I just make everything a game. When we get a package, we bring it inside, get super excited, open it up. I mean, I obviously know what's in it, but they don't, and they get excited because they know that the big boxes are mommy's clothing that she sells in her boutique, right? So we bring them all downstairs. Now, granted, all their toys are down here too. So they usually start pretty excited, and we open the boxes, and then we sort them. Now, all of our clothes come in bags, so it's not a big deal to be sorted on the carpet. So we sort them, like all the love taps go here, or all the muses go here, all the dusters go here, you know? So we put them in piles, and my kids think that's like the most fun thing ever, right? So they're having fun, they're playing with mom, I get to hang out with them, and I'm working at the same time. I'm multitasking, okay? So they get bored, and they go play. So then I am typically taking them out of the bags and hanging them up. Or, you know, if they're still playing with me, then I'll take them out of the bags, give them the little bags, and they sort the bags by size. So I'm hanging everything up and I'm doing my thing. They're doing their thing. They're sorting the bags by size, okay? So they're having fun. They're playing a game and they're helping me, and we're still hanging out, okay? And they're not in my hair. You know, like I don't get worked up if they put one bag in the wrong spot. Like, I'm very chill, and that's number 3. I give myself and my kids a lot of grace. I'm very relaxed and chill, and I go with the flow, okay? So they help me during that. And then nap time. So let's skip to nap time, okay? So during nap time, that's the time when I prepare for my live sales, or I prepare for my album sales. I will be steaming garments. I will be hanging up or sorting, you know, whatever I didn't hang up or sort before. I'm going to be tidying up my space. I try to keep everything as organized as I possibly can. I'm not an organized person. I'm very laid back, and I'm not like worked up about that stuff. But if I want to run a business, I need to be organized. So I typically take that time to organize. Or I utilize nap time to take care of the other things in the house that need to be taken care of, okay? If I need to do the dishes, I will do the dishes. If I need to pick up the toys, I'm going to pick up the toys. But my kids usually help me pick up the toys because I didn't dump out that box of cars. You did. Let's do it together. You know what I mean? If I need to take care of my house, you guys, I take care of my house. My family and my house is first. You know, like by my house, I mean like my family, my household. They come first. You're a mom. You know that. You always put your kids first, and you always put your family first, and you should. And my business comes second. And that, it just works. When you have those priorities set in place, it works. So I utilize nap times, and I either do it for my business or I do it for my house and take care of folding clothes and putting them away, or, you know, mopping, or whatever the random thing I need to do for that day is. And I usually make some coffee during nap time too, and that's when I drink it, and that gives me like a second wind, and I get done whatever I need to be done. So on sale days, then usually once my kids wake up, if I'm not ready then for the sale, then we'll keep doing stuff downstairs. But if I am, then we'll just wait till bedtime. If it's not a sale day, I'm usually pretty relaxed about everything. Or if it's like a launch day, I check what time launch is and stuff, and I get on my list, and I do all that stuff during nap time, and then I'm prepared and ready to go for when launch is. So then my kids, maybe I'll pop a cartoon on for them so they can watch it for the 10 minutes or 20 minutes it takes me to do launch, or we'll play downstairs, and I'm sitting at my table, and they're sitting at, you know, with their toys or whatever. So I'm utilizing the time that I have, and you're a mom, and you know your schedule, you know your times, and if you don't know your times, then just write out, get a piece of paper and write down exactly the concretes that you know. Okay, so my daughter naps around 8 o'clock till 10. You know that. Block that out. You know that it's possible that both kids might be sleeping in the afternoon, so mark those hours out. You know what I mean? Like, you know what time your husband comes home, or your spouse, or, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you write all those things down, and so then you can get a schedule figured out. You can get organized, and you're going to be able to make this a family-friendly business, okay? And then for my live sales, what I do is during bath time is when I, like, get ready. I don't get ready for the day every day. Most of the time I look like a hot mess. And so I usually shower while the kids are taking their naps in the afternoon. And then during bath time, my kids are old enough to where I don't have to sit next to the bath and help them. They can play for a little bit. So the first part of their bath, when they're playing and having fun, I am fixing my makeup and doing my hair, and I'm in my head planning my outfit. Usually if I have a live sale, I already have the outfit planned because I usually wear what's in the sale. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing that while they're taking a bath. So I'm utilizing that time frame. If you've already done that for the day, you can utilize that for something else. Maybe planning what you're going to be doing or posting, or, you know, figuring that stuff out. Whatever you need to do that's left, you utilize that time. So then we do bath time. We've already done supper. We do bath time. We do bedtime. You know, I give my kids my undivided attention during that time. And then after they go to bed is when it's game time. And I already explained that to you. Then I start the live sale at 8:30 every night whenever I do live sales. My schedule is dependent on my inventory and my family schedule. So first I take a look at what we've got going on for the week. Because like I said, my family comes first. And then that's when I check out what inventory I have coming in from launches and my other orders and whatnot. And then that's when I plan my sales. My group knows they typically only get a couple days notice at most of what's going on, and they're still buying. They're excited and they want the stuff, and they're, you know, it's working. And so the third thing, which I've already touched on quite a bit, is I cut myself a lot of slack. I give myself a lot of grace. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to have a messy house sometimes. It's okay. I promise you, it is okay. It's okay if you're doing a launch and it's really important and you really have to get those items and you are feeding your kids macaroni and cheese on the couch while they're watching a cartoon. It's okay. It's not every day. Give yourself some grace. You're a great mom. You are a great mom. You're watching this right now. You're thinking about this right now because you want to help support your family. Or you want to give yourself some joy by finding a business and doing it, and that's helping your family in turn, because when you're happy, your family's happy. So you're a great mom. You are a Wonder Woman, and you need to just cut yourself some slack and be excited and be happy and know that you can do this. If I can do this, you can do this, okay? And you're going to make it happen because you're a mom, and that's what we do. We make shit happen, okay? So that's how I do it. That's my secret. There is no secret. I just do it. And so if you just time management, put your family first and make it a kid-friendly environment, and work with your own schedule and give yourself some grace, cut yourself some slack, you're going to be able to invoice a ton too. You're going to have a successful business, okay? So, and allow yourself to be a beginner. Not everybody explodes. Just allow yourself to be a beginner and have fun. Like, have fun. That's the reason you started this. Or it should be part of the reasons you should want to have fun. So, that's my secret. Now you know. Secret's out. Be a super mom. You can do it. Okay? Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning. Please follow me. I have another video coming shortly. I probably won't do it tonight because it's getting late and I need to invoice and go to bed. And package and go to bed. So, but thank you for watching. Okay?